Empty your mind. 3 simple words, yet they hold a profound power. One that can transform your life, your perception, and the way you move through the world. Imagine for a moment that your mind is like a vessel, filled to the brim with thoughts, memories, anxieties, and expectations. Every day more is poured in. Worries about tomorrow, regrets from yesterday, judgments, assumptions, endless chatter. And yet the vessel never empties. It just keeps getting heavier, clouding your vision and anchoring your spirit. But what if you could let it go? What if you could truly empty your mind, making space for new possibilities, for clarity, for peace? This is the story of a young man who learned the transformative power of letting go, of emptying his mind, and how that shift changed everything. He lived in a bustling city, surrounded by the noise of ambition and the rush of daily life. Each morning he woke with an ache in his chest, overwhelmed by the weight of expectation. He was driven, yes, but also exhausted, haunted by the fear that he wasn't enough. The chatter in his mind never ceased. You must succeed, you must impress, you must never fail. His life was a race, running faster and faster toward a finish line that kept moving. One day, wearied by the relentless pace, he decided to seek wisdom from an old teacher who lived on the outskirts of the city. The teacher was known for his serenity, his ability to see through the noise, and his knack for guiding others toward peace. The young man arrived at the teacher's humble home, desperate for answers. "Teacher," he began, "my mind is never at rest. I am filled with worries, plans, doubts, and dreams. I want to be successful, but I am always afraid. I want to be peaceful, but my thoughts chase me everywhere. I want to be free, but I feel trapped in my own head. What should I do?" The teacher listened quietly, his eyes gentle and knowing. He gestured for the young man to sit, and then without a word, he poured tea into a small cup. He kept pouring until the cup was full, but he did not stop. Tea spilled over the rim onto the table, soaking the wood. The young man watched in confusion, unsure why the teacher was wasting the precious tea. Finally, the teacher spoke. "You see this cup? It is like your mind, filled to the top and overflowing. How can I offer you anything new if your cup is already full? How can you learn, grow, or find peace if your mind is packed with old thoughts, fears, and judgments? To receive, you must first empty your cup. To find clarity, you must first empty your mind." The young man sat in silence, the lesson sinking in. He realized that his mind was cluttered, not only with the pressures of daily life, but also with his own expectations, his relentless drive for achievement, his fear of failure. He understood then that before he could move forward, he needed to let go. But how does one empty the mind? The teacher explained, "Begin with awareness. Notice the thoughts as they come, but do not hold on to them. Let them drift by, like clouds across the sky. Do not judge, do not cling, do not resist. Simply observe and release." The young man tried. At first, the thoughts came in torrents. Worries about work, comparisons to others, memories of past mistakes. But slowly, as he watched them without attachment, they began to lose their grip. The chatter faded. In its place was a vast open space, quiet, calm, and full of possibility. As days passed, the young man returned to this practice again and again. He learned to empty his mind, making room for new ideas, insights, and peace. He discovered that when he let go of the old, fears, judgments, expectations, he became more receptive to the present moment. He found joy in simple things, the warmth of sunlight, the laughter of friends, the taste of fresh tea. He was no longer trapped by his thoughts. He was liberated by his awareness. In time, the young man's life changed. He became more creative, more compassionate, more at ease. He found success not by chasing it, but by allowing it to unfold, naturally and without force. He learned that emptiness is not a void, but a space of pure potential. From emptiness springs creativity, wisdom, and peace. This story is not just for one man, it is for everyone. We all carry the weight of our thoughts, our past, our anxieties. We are all vessels filled with noise and clutter. But the power to empty our mind is within us. It begins with awareness, with letting go, with making space. Imagine what you could achieve if you release the burdens you've been carrying. Imagine the clarity you could gain if you let go of judgment and expectation. Imagine the peace you could find if you stopped clinging to the past and fearing the future. The greatest breakthroughs often come not when we add more, but when we subtract, when we allow emptiness to do its work. Emptying your mind does not mean giving up ambition or drive. It means approaching life from a place of openness and possibility. It means listening deeply to yourself, to others, to the world. It means embracing each moment as it is, without the filter of old stories and fears. When you empty your mind, you become receptive to new wisdom, to growth, to change. You can hear the quiet voice of intuition, guiding you toward what truly matters. You can see opportunities that were hidden behind the clutter. You can act with clarity and purpose, rather than confusion and doubt. So how can you begin? Start with a single breath. Notice the thoughts that arise, and instead of grasping at them, let them pass. Each time you catch yourself holding on, gently release. With practice, the space within you will grow. You will discover that emptiness is not a lack, but a gift. A wellspring of creativity, energy, and peace. Remember, the mind is powerful, but it does not have to be your master. You can choose at any moment to let go, to empty your mind, and to begin again. In that emptiness, you will find everything you need. Let this be your motivation. The freedom to release what no longer serves you, the courage to make space for what truly matters, and the wisdom to know that in emptiness lies your greatest strength. Empty your mind, and your life will unfold in ways you never imagined. The journey begins with a single step, a breath, a pause, a moment of letting go. And in that moment, you will find your power.